I've heard it said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, I wonder, would H.P. Lovecraft consider it flattery to be a Pikachu joke? And welcome back to the heart of the stories we tell. I'm Rob the host, and this is another look deep into what makes a story, a theory on storytelling by a storyteller who believes that every story has merit. And tonight's episode is Parodies. Now, it's important to say, because earlier this month I already did adaptions, that this isn't a story that adapts something differently. This is something that's purposely poking fun. Let me pull up the dictionary definition of parody for you. For those of you that just want a quick example, almost any song Weird Al Yankovic sings, they're all parodies of another song. Something that pays homage, but still makes fun of, and keeps a fun spirit of. Let's talk about this guy for a second. Bond. James Bond. And depending on which movies you like and don't like, perhaps one of these guys you think of as a parody of the original. In my case, my two favorites are Connery and Brosnan, and I like all of them, though, just in different ways. However, when I want to talk about a parody, I want to talk about the Danger Zone. FX's animated series Archer is what James Bond would be if you were making a parody of it. In this case, Archer is the kick-ass secret agent who has a dumbass code name, in this case Duchess, and who is surrounded by people who fit into all of the normal Bond stereotypes. The femme fatales, the bookkeepers that are idiots, the mad scientist who has all sorts of cool techno gadgets, but each one of those things is turned up into the ridiculous level. Or maybe even just the way they would be if you took the Bond films even into more reality. Because let's be honest, those people are all pretty messed up people in those films. For the record, if you haven't seen it yet, you definitely need to either Netflix or rent those DVDs, because it's a good series to watch. But it's far from the only one I'm going to recommend. Pretty much every movie that's cycling through as I talk here are ones that are good and worth the watch. However, it's definitely an acquired taste. If you don't like the genre that they're lampooning, you might not get the good jokes. But if you like the genre they're lampooning too much, you might get mad that, hey, how come you're making fun of my movie that way? The two examples of this coming up are the ones that affected me that way. Kung Pao just wasn't as funny because I just didn't get all of the references to the martial arts movies. And as a huge fan of MacGyver, MacGruber is wrong. Wrong! But those two are also great examples. One is lampooning an entire series of genre, the other one is lampooning a particular character. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Some stories are making fun of everything that's like a superhero movie, or maybe they're just specifically going to go after one movie, like Top Gun. More often than not, though, you can tell that the people making these movies, making these stories, are people who enjoy the original genre. They're making fun of things because they enjoyed it, and this is just them trying to pay homage to it, if nothing else. And at the same time, there is a certain amount of, there is ridiculousness in every story. At what point does your suspension of disbelief get broken? Some of these get to prove exactly how much we're willing to accept in something we like, compared to things we wouldn't. But I would be remiss if I didn't discuss the other type of parody. Specifically, I had to Google these pictures of porn parodies, where they take the idea of a regular movie and make it into a porno. Now, the part that I find the most hysterical is when you Google search porn parody, for some reason the actual real movie of Titanic and one of the Harry Potter movies pop up. Seriously, I did like a triple take on that before I was sure that, no, that's not just a joke. Someone definitely tagged those pictures wrong, or keyworded those pictures wrong. At the end of the day, no matter how deep you push into parody, what you find is basically a way of lampooning and making fun of something while still paying somewhat tribute to it. That's not to say that all of them are necessarily doing that, because there are ones that are generally going against the grain because they want to go against the grain and not be respectful. In several cases, that's where political parody and political humor come in. But again, this is one of those great things that we could talk about in later episodes, so leave me a comment and tell me what you think about parodies. Is there one I missed that I should have put in here, or is there one that shouldn't have been in here because it was not supposed to be a parody? So for now, I need you to like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can grow this community, and then join me back here next time as we take a walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Thanks for watching.